Hi everybody, welcome back to the Limit Breakdown, where we break down the latest in TV, movies, and everything going on in entertainment. I'm your host, Migs, and I'm back once again to review another episode of House of the Dragon. Season 2, Episode 6 is called The Regent. So, if you haven't seen it, here's your spoiler warning, and let's begin talking about it. So, this is the aftermath of the battle at Rook's Rest, and as expected, it's a little bit of a slow burn. We see Kentucky Fried Aegon being secretly brought into King's Landing, and the Greens doing what I think is probably one of the dumbest things they could have possibly done, which is parade around the slain head of Rhaenys' dragon Meleys. And you know, the one thing about the Targaryens is that their dragons were supposed to be sacred. Their symbol of power, the reason why they were feared. And whether the Greens realized it or not, they thought they were doing a show of strength by parading the severed head of what they called a traitor dragon, but they were really only undermining themselves. Like they were showing all of the people of King's Landing that dragons are vulnerable and they can be killed. Even one of the common folk is heard saying, you know, I thought they were gods. I thought they were invincible. And one of the dragon seeds that was there said they're just meat. And it's completely undermining their position of power. They're showing them that the dragons are not something to be feared. And speaking of fear, you see the look of terror on Alicent's face as she realizes what Aemond did, or rather what levels he was able to stoop to when she caught the view of the cat's paw dagger on Aemond's waistband, and then she sees Aegon, you know, and he is burnt to a crisp. Like those scenes of him getting the armor, basically like having to cut off. Oh, it was super good. But he's hanging in there, man. Even managed to eke out a little mommy out there for Alicent. And of course, Alicent now, you know, is trying to comfort him, but she doesn't even know if he's going to live or die. And then she's going to Kristen Cole for answers, and he's like major PTSD over it. He's just not even trying to respond. Not even. He's like, nope, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Don't ask me nothing. You know, I almost gave him credit for you know, saying, hey, I was trying to spare you. And then, oh yeah, let me backtrack a little bit. The gal of Alicent of trying to act surprised that the men around her wouldn't support her being basically Queen Regent while Aegon was recovering. Like the whole point of them trying to usurp the throne was because Rhaenyra's a woman and Aegon was the next male heir. And so now you think that they're just gonna let you be Queen Regent, Alicent? Like, what were you thinking? And of course, Aemond over there looking cold as ice as ever. Like, I dislike Aemond so much because he's just, all of this was because he got picked on. Like, Aegon got crispified because he got picked on. I'm not saying that Aegon wasn't a douche. He was a giant douche. Totally deserved it. But I don't know. There's a lot there. But moving on to Team Black. I don't know what the heck is going on with Daemon. Why he's on this Luigi's Mansion bid. He's messing up trying to get the houses to rally to his cause. And then, of course, he tries to pull the same slick business that he always does. And then the guy that he got for the job didn't really, you know, the whole there are things the crown can't be seen doing type thing means if you're doing these terrible atrocities, you're not carrying the dragon's banner with you. Like, you might as well telegraph it. So now, of course, he's got a PR situation in his hand. You got the houses in the Riverlands that are not, you know, bowing to him like they wanted to, and then he keeps tussling back and forth with I guess the innkeeper or whoever's in charge of Harrenhal, and he's just like, the king consort. He's like, that last part seems unnecessary. Like, no, Daemon, it's very necessary because you're not the king. You're the king consort. And then in the books, he wasn't really as adamant about trying to rally forces to eventually try to claim King's Landing for himself, but I don't know. And I'm not even going to go into the whole Freudian thing with his dream and his mother. According to the source material, his mother died before he was a year old, so he didn't know her. All of this is a figment of his imagination, but I could have lived my entire life without ever having seen that scene. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's absolutely all I'm going to say about that. Lucerys actually coming through with his trip to the Twins, making some deals, moving and shaking, negotiating. Like, I thought Rhaenyra was going to be mad about it, but no, she actually, recognized that, yeah, man, he did something good. He negotiated a deal that's given the Northern passage through the Twins, which will speed along the journey and empower her. And then, they both start talking about the dragon seeds. Now, if you don't know what the dragon seeds are, it's basically them looking for anyone with Targaryen blood. So, throughout the years, not all Targaryens, married ancestrally. Some of them had alliances and married into other smaller houses. And so they need more dragon riders because they have 4 other dragons that don't have riders. So they come up with the idea of, hey, let's look to see if we can find other people with Targaryen blood that might be able to claim new dragons or claim dragons that don't have riders. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting leading up into the next couple weeks. So overall for this episode, it was a slow burn after last week's, immense tragedy with Princess Rhaenyra. Princess Rhaenys. Ugh, terrible mistake. Princess Rhaenys. Yeah. And so of course we were gonna be coming down off of that, and even Gawain Hightower recognized that it really wasn't much of a victory at the price that they paid. It's unclear whether Sunfire is still alive. In the books at this point, she is still alive. I'm not sure if she is or not in the show. I think that she is, but I guess we'll find out more information on that later. But that's all I've got for this week's episode. And let's move on to the hot memes for this week. I've got a couple real good ones for you. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with this guy. His grace remains with us for the moment. Aegon, looking super crispified. If we get another episode of Daemon playing around in Luigi's mansion, I swear to God, I'm pulling up to Harrenhal and dragging him out of there my damn self. Yeah, man, he's definitely on some other things. Oh, this one was pretty good. The iconic Daenerys face. So now you understand why being undermined as a ruler just for being a woman is unfair, right, Allison? Oh, this one's a classic. It's a deep cut from Kill Bill, but this is basically what Aemon looks like looking in on Aegon. This one's another deep cut. This is from a scene from Independence Day, the movie, the 1996 movie with Will Smith. But this is what I imagine the dragon seed callings are gonna look like. They're gonna ask if anybody's a dragon seed, can claim a dragon. There's gonna be the drunk guy that's like, I'm Fly, I'm Pilot. Maybe that's gonna be Hugh Hammer. This one's pretty good. Job interview tomorrow for small console, rate my fit. Cool story, babe. Oh, Allison. Oh god, this one. Fans, Allison and Cole need to stop having sex every episode. Writers, how about Daemon has sex with his own mother? Again, I could have gone my entire life without ever having seen that. Oh, this one right here. This one's great. Allison, what happened with Aegon, Kristen, and Aemon? Some fire on the next episode. The cone of shame. Let's see. A whole civil war is going on, and Damon's just going on side missions. So the home improvement, the fact that he's over there splitting wood, like he has absolutely no idea what else he should do. Let's see. Oh God, yeah. Last but not least, once again, you know, it's not uncommon for Targaryen incest, but look, nephew and aunt, uncle and niece, brother and sister, but son and mother, yeah, we got to draw the line somewhere. But anyway, that's all I got for this week's episode of House of the Dragon. Let me know what you thought. Let me know anything you want to tell me. Let me know what your favorite meme was out of the ones I picked out this week. As always, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Helps us out with the algorithm. And we will catch you next week with some more content.